Yeah, in sports, right? It said Tom Brady is retiring from football. Some people say that he didn't know if he wanted to retire. He just thinking about it. Some people say he's gonna retire. But 22 years, bro, in the NFL, they did change the rules. You can't get hit like they used to get hit, but he still was getting hit in the playoffs. So that last game, he was getting
they didn't do the Tom. Maybe he didn't pay his protection bill because they didn't do that Tom Brady protection.
I think his offensive lineman got hurt his tackle, and they had to put in some guards to tackle, man. Yeah, you know how that go.
Well, you can get a bum off the street to play guard.
You want an Ivy League playing tackle? They lost it. They lost him, man.
You put a bad guard between the good.
I don't think people realize though how hard it is to have a Super Bowl winning team, man.
Yeah, and that's one thing.
From year to year, it's hard, man.
And that's one thing about somebody to have been there that many times to perform on that level. There's some quarterbacks that never made it past the second round of the playoffs in their entire career, whether it's 15 or 16 years.
Did he make it past second round? Dan Marino?
I don't think so.
Man,
he was incredibly awesome as
he never had no talent though. I think he had Keith Jackson at one time, but
it's like, what do you do with that many draft picks though? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, that's what I was saying. One time we talked about that organization has a lot. I mean, people don't even, it's like a gray area. A lot of people don't talk about it. Some people talk about it, but you go to the wrong organization, man, you get lost, man. Remember that tight end from Oklahoma that was there with AP? Was it Grisham? I forgot that guy. He was good, though. He was black tight end. He went to the Bengals, bro. And, man, you didn't even hear about that. You heard when he first get there, but after that.
And that's another thing, talking about culture, like we was talking about earlier. But, I mean, when you got a player that's so it's like a cornerstone of your franchise like Dan Marino was, you play like 13, 16 years? Yeah, something like that.
Boy.
Your first 10 years, you can't draft nobody. Then you just trade all your future draft picks. Why you still have them performing at that level?
I don't know if it's the owner, if it's the GM, or it's the coach, or it's a combination of all three.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Publicly, everyone fails by themselves. You know what I mean? But realistically, it's a group effort to fail on that type of on that type of level. But that's the thing that really makes Tom Brady. I feel like, I hate to use great, but he's consistently in the playoffs.
Right.
Like, some people don't go the whole career, and really some don't even go. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. You
have to give Belichick his credit though, man. A lot of people don't, but he had some defenses around him to not only accentuate his play, but they scoring. I mean, offensive points allowed was like really low too. And a lot of people don't think about that. They just say Tom Brady, but that dude was a defensive guru, man. I mean,
and I think
he used to get some, man. He get some output, like some linebackers and D linemen, bro. Like,
he be having dudes 300 pounds.
I don't even know the DNs that played with him, bro. I just remember Vince Wilfork. They played together on the same. I thought he traded when Vince Wilfork came. But after Seymour, but after Seymour left, though, just Vince Wilfork, who was the DN, I don't know. I don't even remember. I remember Mayo. I remember Hightower. That generation. I remember
Brewski, Ravel.
I remember that. Yeah, that's before. That's before them, though.
Yeah,
but William McGinnis and Brewski on the same team, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
and Todd Law and Rodney Hanson.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. People forget that Tom was there that long. Those guys have retired They haven't been retired a long time, and Tom's still playing at the quarterback and playing on a high level. That's why it's really hard, man. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. Let me get that juice, boy. When you're talking about, just to live, like I don't want
to change the rule.
You think Jeff Bezos should probably be on like HGH? You know what I mean? Just to
his money is. He don't need to. His money is.
I mean, don't you want to be physically healthy? If he can make you bigger, faster, stronger,
if that kind of money, he probably to a surgeon. They can make that. There's like they can sculpt it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Cher.
Exactly. She got to be using HGH, right?
Man, she using whatever her surgeon is.
You got to be pumping something in your body. What's she, 70, 80? Like,
she's the real Photoshop. She's Photoshop before Photoshop.
When you talk about somebody who should be looking like Betty White, but they look like Christina Aguilera. Like,
I don't think Christina Aguilera. She probably look nothing like that.
Yeah, that's the. I don't know the beauty standard. I'm sorry, but she is Tom Brady. She is the female version of Tom Brady because she's not Asian. She looks better now than she did when she was 20.
If you walked into a restaurant and you saw her, would she look real? Because it's like, that's not even real. What you have, that's not realistically, that's not possible. Like, you don't even see the pores on her skin, bro. You know, you go to Photoshop, you can do a filter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they did it to her in real life. Man.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And how much does that cost? A lot of people do that. They don't get those results, bro.
They get like these lips. Like, let me get the number 5 lips. Let me get the generic 2 nose. Like, everything sure is custom.
Yeah.
It's streamlined. The package goes really well together. This is somebody who looked better at 8, 60, 70, whatever, than she did at 20, 25. By a lot.
That's crazy, man.